Welcome to the second ever Superfans Day. Very excited to have you here. And what do we all think of Ghostly Manor? Good news. Well, I'm Lawrence and...
I'm James. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you for coming to Superfans Day, and yeah, we really hope you enjoyed Ghostly Manor. Sounds like you all did, which is fantastic. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? We're really pleased with the ride and really excited to show it off to you and obviously a lot of guests in the future. At the end of the presentation, we'll end the live stream. However, we'll give you guys the chance to ask us some questions, which we're sure there are going to be a lot of after you see our plans for next year. You guys are good. You guys are good.
Thank you. We're going to have fun.
Thank you. However, first we wanted to recap some of the projects that we've been doing over the last year. So what have we been doing since May? I can't really believe it's been a year since you guys were all last here. And yeah, we've been busy for sure. So the most exciting project is the phone mast, of course. Big round of applause for the phone mast. No mobile signal coming out of the phone mast yet. It looks great. It looks great. We'll get there. Yes. Waiting for BT to run the fibre. However, that will be imminent, we hope, and then we'll have lovely 5G all around the park. We won't spend too long on the phone mast. Do you want to take the staff survey?
I will take this one. So, a big part of what we do here at Paultons is our team. We couldn't do it without everyone. We've got a fantastic team, whether that's delivering projects, the operations day to day, behind the scenes. We're blessed to have the team we have, and we want to be able to look after them. So this slide is just to show we've extended our staff room. It might sound a little bit plain, a little bit boring, but it's so important for us to be able to offer a hot meal, fantastic service to our staff as well, so they can give great service to you guys when you're here on park. So it's one of our behind the scenes investments that we've carried out this year.
Yeah, you'll remember last year I spoke about our core values, and one of those was, of course, our people. So this investment really reflects that. Investing in the team, making sure they can get a hot meal at the start, at the end of the day, is really important that they can deliver the service.
I can't believe that people still on storm chasing.
So alongside Ghostly Manor, we gave Show Street a bit of a refresh, and it was definitely part of the park that was looking a bit more tired. We knew we needed to do something with it. It's obviously home to our first aid room and our education centre as well. New modern cladding, widened access to first aid, so a nice improvement there. Of course, joins into Ghostly Manor at the end there too, so added the hit and miss fencing to kind of segregate those two sections.
Yeah, it just looks a lot fresher. We're really pleased with how the area's turned out. And yeah, as Lawrence says, it's really lifted that area of the park now. We were conscious that it needed a lot of work, and now it's at a stage where we feel like we're done with that area for a while. We're done with over here, this side of the park for a while, and we can leave it and we can focus on perhaps other areas, which is quite exciting. More of that in the future.
So on to probably the largest project outside of Ghostly Manor that we undertook this year was, of course, the investment into solar. So we installed 1,500 solar panels across the park, and it really is a really fantastic addition to our portfolio. And the solar panels take a little bit of getting used to. However, we think they're a great first impression when guests arrive at the park and really show our commitment to sustainability as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not all about putting in new rides for us, it's about our infrastructure, it's about doing the right thing, and this is a great business investment as well. I think the carports look great. We've also done a large amount of roof-mounted solar. Some of the buildings around you here have all had solar panels put on them, you may not have even realised. And we see this as phase one. We'd like to do a lot more, and we're hoping over the next few years we will be able to do more. We're very committed to that, and part of our sort of core values as a business as we move forward.
So we do have some facts and figures to share. So since the panels have been installed, we've produced 126 megawatt hours of power. That's enough to power over 12,600 homes. And since March, the solar panels have actually covered 80% of our power usage in Tornado Springs, which we think is brilliant. And on some days, it's even powered Tornado Springs all on solar power, which is fantastic. They run all night as well through battery power as well. So a really, really fantastic investment. And today, especially, all of the rides you would have had in Tornado Springs would have been powered by solar energy, which is really, really cool. And not just that, across the whole park, 35% of our power now is from solar energy, and that is the equivalent of planting 1,500 trees, and we've saved 25 tonnes of CO2 going into the atmosphere. So really, really positive and a fantastic project. So on to the big one, Ghosty Manor. Fantastic. We're really happy with how the ride's turned out. It's been a really interesting project, and we've certainly learned a lot.
Yeah, we really have. I was joking earlier with some of the team that we thought we'd do a small project this year, and we ended up with Ghosty Manor, which turned into a much larger project than we maybe anticipated. We had some beautiful designs, and we wanted to do them justice, and we hope we've exceeded the designs. A lot of hard work. It's been the best of all our teams here to really bring it to reality. It's been a journey of sort of 3 years or more to get to this point, and it's somewhat of a we're really pleased, really relieved.
Relieved,
and,
yeah.
Really pleased with the reactions that we've had from you all today.
Yeah.
It's something that we've worked incredibly hard right up until the deadline, and for us to have a dark ride now on Park is excellent, and we're so pleased that we can add something like this to our ride lineup.
Yeah, and it's thanks to the incredible work of our teams, as James said, for our projects team, our engineering team, our landscaping team, everyone at the park that had an input into Ghosty Manor has done such a fantastic job. And also we've been working with some fantastic partners, obviously Mac Rides, Lagatronics, Themix, who did a lot of the internal design of the sets and the production of those props, and of course Leisure Expert Group, who were the designers of the ride. So really happy to have such fantastic partners to work with. So over the next few slides, we're going to take you through the journey, really, of where Ghosty Manor came from, the concept design, and through to construction and opening.
Okay, so here, hopefully you've all been on the ride and you recognise some of these scenes now from what you saw today. These are some of the early sketches and the designs that we had to work from as the concept. We developed the concept further into the actual game. You can see Basil, the plant, which I hope gave some of you a surprise today as you went around. The dining room scene, and then our basement pre-show, and all of those elements. Yeah, to actually walk through now and look back at these is quite rewarding, actually. We're really pleased with how it's turned out.
Yeah, from the early sketches like these, concept design, and we do a full, Leisure Expert Group did a full animatic of the process through the ride, timed to the exact time of the ride, so we could really see how the guests move through the attraction. And we back that up with, sorry, it's a bit bright. It's with 3D modelling, and that really gives us a sense of scale and volume through the area and how guests are gonna move through. And we use the top-down plan to try and figure out the operational side of it and how guests are going to get on the ride and off the ride. So all really important stuff before we ever put a spade in the ground. Yeah,
absolutely. You can see here we actually did tweak a few elements in the original design with the gardens. We've moved some of the props around. When we got on site, we found out that actually it just worked better with the flow and what we wanted to achieve and the capacity we wanted in the queue. But a lot of it really hasn't changed from those early concepts. And the thought that goes into these projects and these rides early on to make sure that we can maintain them, we can operate them efficiently. A lot of the importance of that before you even start building is essential. And it's something we learn every time we do a project. We like to think we get a little bit better at.
So from there we move into construction. Now this was around June, July 2024, so just after our event here. So it started with ripping out the 4D cinema, and you can see here that is the extent of the building that Ghosty Manor sits in, and that is the space. So you can see what a fantastic experience we've created inside such a small area, and it's really rewarding to get such a long ride experience in there. And I know a few of you were surprised that actually it was so long. You were expecting to get off the ride and then you had sort of 3 more scenes to get through. So it's really cool that we've created such a good experience inside such a small footprint. Anything to add?
No, I think you've covered it really.
There
was a joke there that I had to restrain myself from, but I won't say it. Yeah, so here's another, some quite interesting images. You can see the gantry over the top. An essential part that we hang on all the lights, the projectors for the projection mapping, the sensors, Lagatronics are here somewhere. There's a lot more up there that I can't even remember, but there's I'm not in charge of that bit, thankfully. But an essential part, you can see the curved outer scenes, the large scenes, all onto what is a plasterboard wall essentially. But we had to make sure that the radius of that and the angles were absolutely spot on, completely spot on. So getting that laid out by our partner survey company, and then also making sure that we constructed it accurately were essential. And then the perfect smoothness that we could project on, the detail in that was really good. But the effect we've managed to create, we're so pleased with. And it's amazing what you can do nowadays.
Yeah, the brilliance of the plasterboard is that with a traditional, maybe stretched fabric over a large area, you might start to get sagging and creases in the fabric. This is really to do with longevity, as well as as well as it looking fantastic as well. Yeah, you would have all seen my videos, so you would know all about the curved projections.
One other interesting thing, well, I think is interesting, the ride actually runs directly onto the concrete floor. So the actual concrete had to be perfectly smooth. There was a lot of detail in making sure that was set perfectly, because any small imperfection where the running wheels go over, you would feel as you go round in that circular disc movement. So it actually sits perfectly on the concrete floor and runs around. Maybe that wasn't interesting.
They looked interesting. I didn't get an applause though. So.
Thank you. If you said it, they'd love it.
Yeah. So some internal shots here from when the ride was being constructed. We took delivery of the Mack ride system, the turntable, and of course started building the parts in the middle that make up the ride, where all the screens sit for the different elements, and where a lot of the motors and those control systems sit for the animatronic elements.
Can I say one other thing?
Of course.
In this central piece here, the first two scenes, there's the window and also the hallway scene. You have a big screen in the centre. To get into that central scene, that central piece in the ride is central for us for maintaining it and making sure that it all works. So the actual screens in those two hinge. You wouldn't realise it, but they're actually doors as well. So that's the level of detail that we have to make sure is within the design, so that we have access to maintain it and make sure the ride can work every day. So as we entered 2025, some big milestones were reached. We started to see the finishing of the construction of these walls. A lot of the work over in Show Street was taking place with ripping the old cladding down and exposing the metalwork underneath. And of course, the garden started to be set out, and the landscaping team started to work on this as well. And there's James doing. What were you doing there? Essential work.
Essential work.
I do a lot of that.
And this is how it looks now. Not quite. This is how it looks now.
The big
we really believe that Ghostly Manor, as James said, shows another step up in quality for us at Paultons. It's a ride we're incredibly proud of, and we think it's a great addition here at the park and also in the UK.
Yeah, we are. We are incredibly proud of what we and the teams here have been able to achieve. And the way it fits into the park and looks like it's always been there. It complements the core values that we have here, and it's to be able to bring a dark ride into that garden area, it just works perfectly. So we're really happy with that, really happy.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how it transformed that pathway into more of a hub.
Yeah.
With the fountain and lots of people very interested. Looks brilliant. Very, very happy with Ghostly Manor. Now, onto the accommodation. Now, I'm acutely aware that I stood up here last year and said that we had no plans for accommodation. No long-term plans for accommodation.
We don't want you to be accused of lying again, do we?
Who would do that?
I know.
I promise I won't ever lie to you all. So, at the moment we have some very, very basic block plans, and I will say that last year when I said we didn't have any short, medium, long-term plans, we actually didn't. We only really started talking about this June, July last year, so we are very, very early in this journey. But the vision is to turn Paultons into a resort-style destination. Very family-friendly, a Scandinavian-style holiday village with around 90 units, but as I said, we're very, very early. Not even we know when this will open yet.
No, and that is the truth, honestly.
That is the truth.
we don't want to put a date on it at the moment. We're very, very early in the process. There's a lot of work for us to do on this. We're excited about the project. You know, we're looking to do our take on it with sort of tree houses, underground accommodation, something different, something special that fits Paultons Park and the quality we've been known for. But we really do not have any more to share on it at the moment. Maybe next year we might have some more for you.
Yeah. So here's a rough timeline of the next 5 years at Paultons. So Ghostly Manor opening, we can tick that off the list. That's done. Something exciting for next year. Maybe something 2027, and who knows? Who knows about accommodation? There were no lies in there, were there?
I don't know. I don't think you committed to much. So I'm gonna say.
We know why you're all really here.
And it's not just to see Lawrence.
No.
I know everyone's loved his YouTube series.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
One person loved it. But yes, we know why you're really here. You want to see what we've got planned for next year. So who's ready to find out? Yeah! Play the tape. We are really excited to announce Valgard, Realm of the Vikings. This brand new immersive area will open in May next year and includes our tallest and fastest roller coaster to date. A brand new UK first flat ride, and of course a full re-theme of the Cobra roller coaster, which is very exciting.
Everyone loves Cobra.
Everyone loves Cobra. And there you go, one last look at the concept art. Looks pretty cool. We're very excited.
It looks excellent. We are really excited. And if you guys ever looked at the Tornado Springs, the artwork we had done for that, and overlaid it next to what we achieved, we got pretty close. We want to do better again this time. We want to see if we can create something even better. That's what we do. Every time we do a project, we want it to be better. We take the learnings we've done. We've got a fantastic, beautiful design to follow. A lot of the detail isn't even shown in this that we're hoping to achieve. So we've got a lot of work to do. We will do it. We will achieve it. But yeah, we're incredibly excited. And yeah, look forward to this time next year.
Yeah, absolutely. But we have more for you. Don't worry. We're going to go through and show you what you can expect. So we're proud to announce that 20 years after partnering with Gerstlauer on our first major roller coaster, the Cobra, we're working with them again to bring you Drakon, the first roller coaster at Paultons with inversions, 2 inversions in fact. Drakon will feature an incredible first drop where riders are taken underneath and over the top of our existing Gerstlauer bobsled before being thrown into an exciting and thrilling layout. Our UK first flat ride is an art engineering wild swing, known as Wild Swing.
Has anyone been on a wild swing before? Yeah. They are excellent rides. Yeah. They are really, really good rides. We are excited to, really excited to have one of those at Paultons, and a UK first as well, which we love.
Yeah, it's the perfect combination of family fun, thrill, and really offsets the thrilling coaster that we're installing right next to it. Cobra. will be known from May next year as Raven. It's going to have a real birthday, and of course the new roller coaster going through the middle of the first drop of Raven is going to really make the ride very special and very interesting.
Absolutely. I know there's been a lot of people crying out for years for us to theme Cobra, theme that area. So what we're doing with Raven will be excellent. We're really looking forward to it. There's some beautiful theming pieces to go in. The ride experience will change completely with the new pieces we're doing. So that's exciting as well. We're going to enhance what we've already got, and the opportunity to do it all together. It's brilliant, really.
Yeah, and it's worth saying as well that you will have seen in the concept art that Magma will be leaving the park with its last operational day on the 7th of September this year, but it's not leaving the UK.
Not our place to say where,
Not our
but
place to
it's
say
not
where,
leaving
of
the UK. Let the speculation commence.
Yeah. And within the area there will also be a new food and beverage outlet and also a brand new playground for the younger kids as well. So there you go, Valgard. A lot more information will be going on the website.
I think it's fair to say we'll be releasing throughout the year. There will be more we release as we build up to it, and Lawrence may even do some more YouTube videos for you.
We don't want that, don't we? More bloopers, yeah, more bloopers. But we're not quite done yet, because we did want to give you a little tease of what might be coming in 2000.
It's quite stormy over there, isn't it?
It is, there's a real cloud, real storm brewing. Just like last year, you're welcome to ask us questions.
We can't comment.
No,
We
can't
comment.
comment.
No.
Can't comment. There's
It
nothing
might
out there.
have water in it. That's all.
And that brings us to the end of this part of the presentation. Thank you everyone that watched along at home. There will be more information released on Valgard on the website, possibly in the next few minutes, few hours. So take a look at that and make sure you sign up as well for regular updates. So thank you everyone for watching at home. Are we clear, Rich? Everyone.